Okay guys, here's Adepticon build 2. Yeah, a slight variation on the previous build. As you can see, yeah, it's got this wide open area at the front here. Now what I'm expecting for here is for you to put in some corrugated plastic card to give it more of an industrial look. Now, thoughts on the actual pieces. Obviously you've got the front, which is corrugated, yeah. At the back, these recesses here would fit 45-degree pipes, PVC pipes really well. Okay, so that's another extension to sort of break the Battlezone sort of design to it, the boxiness of it. Now let's break this down to assemblies like we did in the last one, and then we can take it from there, gents. Okay, breaking down the sub-assemblies. Obviously we've got the floor. Okay, this is made up of 4 of the main floor panels and 2 of these side panels. Yeah, we've also got another 2 side panels there. We've got on that side the funky side panels. I call them the lighting side panels because it looks like a light would sit in between there. Okay, obviously we've got 2 windows. We've got 2 of the stronghold sort of bulkheads. We've got 2 of the corners from the landing piece as well. Yeah, we've got the 2 brackets from the stronghold piece, and we've got a door. Now, starting off, yeah, with the floor, once again, I've put my connectors underneath, yeah, and I've just put them in the closest in. This is because the rest of it's going to be held together by, these edges are going to be held together by the walls. Yeah, with regards to the walls, yeah, it's a simple matter of, I've double connected these, so horizontal connectors at the top, yeah, and then put buttresses at the bottom. Okay, and then quite simply I've got a connector at the top of that panel and a connector at the top of that panel near the sort of outward corner, and I've duplicated that on the other side. Yeah, now this one's a little bit more tricky, and that one's even gone in the wrong hole. There we go. Right, as you can see, that sub-assembly is basically a door with connectors at the bottom connected to those 2 half pieces, yeah, with connectors at the top to connect to the bulkheads, and then literally around the top I've run, yeah, connectors to fit into the floor. There's also a connector at this side and a connector at this side. The reason being is because we lift these flaps up into that connector again. Now when you're putting this together, because it's an awkward build, what I highly recommend is you work at the edge of your desk. Yeah, so for example, if I need to put something in there, yeah, that will allow me to apply direct pressure down onto that connection there without sort of pressing on any of the other connectors. With regards to these corner buttresses, they are a bloody nightmare to get in. Yeah, absolute nightmare. My recommendation to you, yeah, is cut the lugs off, glue them in place. Yeah, it's the simplest way. So moving forward, yeah, obviously once you've got this sort of assembly built, yeah, it's a matter of literally placing it onto the holes of your floor and then slowly guiding it in. This is another reason why I like these connectors on the underneath, so when I'm actually building it this way, yeah, it allows this to be completely flat and allows me to press down fully. Now I've got that panel the wrong way round, as typical. So come on, pop that. I've already got one in there. Swap that to there. That'll need to go to there. That'll need to go in there. Yeah, find the right holes and then just guide it back in. Like I say, get it roughly fit, push it together, then glue it, guys. It's the best way. Yeah, so those are in. Once again, all I've got to do then is get my side assemblies, and because we've got a connector lug here and a connector lug here already, I can just put those into those holes, yeah, and just guide them up, press down, yeah, then obviously go in with a screwdriver and just firm those joints up. Yeah, if you want to firm this joint up and you're a bit iffy about a screwdriver, long nose pliers, straight down and squeeze. Yeah, that's not going to work on that one because that's too right. Okay, where am I? I do have some pliers that meet at the end, but I can't see them right now. Another option is, you know, simply rotate it and put it on a corner to get that one in if you're struggling. Same on this side, pop it over, Yeah, pop those in, guide those in there. And there you have it. That's the main assembly built. Now, with regards to these windows and this door, they're spare doors, so you can seal these shut with the plastic doors. You can cover these over with wire mesh. You can cover them over with plasticard, but be aware that there is a lip to them. Yeah, so you will not get anything to fit flat against that, unfortunately. Yeah, which is why I say go with hot glue. Yeah, because that will it'll cross the gap, if you know what I mean. Right, so if we spin that over, we've got our main assembly. Yeah, and then it's time to build our, our top panels. Now, once again, yeah, I've gone for 3 of the barricade pieces, the standard barricade pieces. They're joined in the middle with a connector there and a connector there. They've got a connector on the outward corner. They've got a connector just in that middle piece to hold that down. And then they've got the outer connectors for the other pieces to fold into. And then I've got 2 side pieces. Now the side pieces are made up of 2 each of those, so you'll need 4 of those in total, and then 2 of these in total. Yeah, and as you can see, corner connector there, 1 corner connector in each of those, and a horizontal connector there, and we've mirrored them. Okay, so we simply come along. Yeah, our first one, yeah, is going to go in here, and it's going to drop on. Now luckily I can get access underneath here, so I don't need to rest this on anything. Pop that back in there. Yeah, like I say, yours will go much better because you'll have glued all these assemblies in advance, so they'll just clip together really nicely. Yeah, then this one, once again, it's a matter of rolling it on, yeah, and clipping it down. Now I'm only going to gently push it down once again. Yeah, if you want to apply lots of pressure, use your blocks. Okay. If Ed can get you a little block, which is a block of wood, which is say 3 1/4 inches, that would be perfect, to be perfectly honest. Just be aware that when you put it under here, you don't want it right up against the edge so it's resting on any connectors, because that will make it uneven. You want it under the center of the panel. And then very quickly, the other side, once again, just roll it on. Yeah, and then you'll have your modifications with your resin add-ons and the other stuff you guys are doing. But like I say, if you want to seal this building up, yeah, the spare plastic doors, just remember to cover the windows. So there you are, guys. That's Adepticon build number 2.